Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Horler and I'm joined by Marion Leslie of Thomson Reuters. Thank you very much, Marion. So BCBS 239 seems like a big challenge for market participants. Do you think they're ready to implement it, and what key issues are there for your customers?
Well, I think as time goes on, firms have discovered how difficult this is going to be, and so I think more and more firms are finding it that they're not going to make the full deadline in its entirety. That said, I think there are some really big challenges that a number of them are grappling with. Firstly, from an infrastructure perspective, the technology and the architecture doesn't always lend itself to this kind of approach to risk aggregation and risk management. So they need to make huge investments and changes there. I think from a cultural perspective, the data that's required for this is often in siloed databases managed across different business lines and not easily connected. And therefore, from a sort of process and a governance perspective, there's a lot of change that needs to be implemented at the firm from a people perspective, process perspective, and an overall sort of holistic data management perspective in order to make this work effectively. So it's quite a lot of stuff that people have to do.
And what opportunities are there for banks in meeting BCBS 239 requirements?
I think this is the exciting thing, that actually, although it's hard, I think it will really move organisations to a different place and really free the asset that they have in their data and allow that data to connect and give them insights that they've never had access to before. So a huge amount of investment goes into sourcing, managing and storing data, and unless you can really leverage that full asset, you're not going to get the full returns. So just by way of example, if you can really connect your data sets that reflect all your business activities across the firm, you can for the first time get a holistic view of your customer, how they interact with you and how you might serve them better. You can get a better insight as to how you can make investment decisions and allocate resources. And of course, the principal tenet of BCBS 239, you can do better risk aggregation and risk management. And I've seen firms who've done this well really start to use this data to proactively drive decisions about what to invest in or how to mitigate risk before the event and not after the fact, which has typically been the approach to date.
And from a data perspective, what strategies would you suggest to banks when complying with BCBS 239?
Okay, well, ultimately the goal is to press a button and know in an instant what your exposure is to any particular entity or asset type. And to do that, you need to have a sort of holistic data management approach across the firm. It needs to be enterprise-wide. And therefore, I think it needs really strong sponsorship from the top, because that will drive your decisions around technology and architecture, about data management, about processes, about people. So all of that needs to come together. It's not a technology challenge, it's a business challenge. And I think the firms will then be able to access and use the assets that they've had across the firm for many, many years, but not really deliver the full return on.
That's great, Marion. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.